Hello, welcome to the behind the scenes video of Engineering the Design Challenge on Teachable Machines. I have our teacher who created this lesson here, Dan Shack, who's going to talk about this lesson. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dr. J. I'm Dan Shack. I'm a 7th grade science teacher here in Phoenix, Arizona. I created this lesson using the Engineering and Design Challenge to run a teachable machine.
Right, and so can you tell us a little bit about what your lesson is and what it involves?
Of course. So our lesson here uses teachable machine to have the students create an algorithm to then test whether or not the teachable machine can tell the different signs they're using American Sign Language. The students are going to use the engineering and design process to test a hypothesis and then use the teachable machine as the main catalyst for running the engineering and design process.
And here we have on the slides a little bit about the engineering design process. Why is it valuable for students and teachers to teach students about this process?
Sure, the engineering and design process is something we use in the real world. We start anything with a brainstorm. We ask ourselves a question, we run our brainstorm, we come up with a plan, and then we work that plan. Sometimes we're able to be afforded the luxury of being able to test our plan or improve on our plan. Oftentimes in the classroom, we don't have enough resources to test or improve or recreate our plan, and that's where Teachable Machine comes in. Teachable Machine is a free resource. It allows us to create and recreate and run that test and improvement in a way that we can run our prototype until we're satisfied with it. This is something we might not be able to do if we were building structures out of cardboard or toothpicks, because at a certain point we run out of materials. Whereas with Teachable Machine, we can go back and run through the test and create process over and over and over until we get a solution we're satisfied with.
And for those teachers watching, Teachable Machine is free online to use by Google, and we have some videos on our ImageSTEAM website that will help demo both this lesson, but in general, using Teachable Machine for various AI tasks applied to images. One thing I really like, Dan, about your lesson is its focus on American Sign Language. Can you talk a little bit about why American Sign Language and why for this lesson?
Sure, we chose American Sign Language for this lesson because we wanted this lesson to be collaborative. American Sign Language is a world language taught at my school, and so of a class of 30 kids, I'll probably have 7 or 8 who have experience with sign language, and then another couple who may have experience with sign language from their home. And so having experience with sign language is already a start where my students are inspired to build themselves a tool that may be helpful in another class, allowing us some collaborative groups of 2s or 4s that may have a team member who is happy taking the lead on the research portion or happy taking the lead on being the hand model for their teachable machine. This gives us a leg up when we start designing our algorithm.
And where would you see this lesson being deployed? I mean, maybe in your own classroom.
Sure, Dr. J, I'm going to use this lesson in the first couple weeks of my classroom when I first introduce my students to the engineering and design process as well as their science notebooks so that they have experience outlining how my classroom documents experiments in the science notebook as well as experience with the engineering and design process early in the school year.
Well, thank you, Dan, for creating this lesson. For teachers watching, we'll have the resources available on the ImageSTEAM website. But thank you again for talking with us today about your lesson.
Thank you, Dr. J.